Hey folks, welcome back to another Vibe of the Week where we get to wonder, plan, and explore this week ahead with this astrological forecast in mind. My name is Latoya from Emerald Astrology, and I'm super excited to chat with you today about May 5th through the 11th. So this week pretty much holds some really good opportunities for connection and expansion. We have Mercury chatting with Jupiter, then quickly moving into Taurus. And then Venus is connecting with Pluto this week as well. So let me go ahead and pull some cards to see what our divine team has to say that can support us throughout this week. So this is coming from our higher power to support us this week. And today's card, or this week's card, is going to be Trust in the Plan. So it sounds like there's a lot of needing to step back and not try to control things, but just kind of go with the flow is what I'm seeing here. Because things are really opening up, and especially, and I'm seeing like the rays coming from the center of the heart. It's important for us to remember to listen to what our heart is telling us and to allow things to flow from that space. So not moving in fear, but moving from heart space is what I'm seeing. Yeah, and I'm seeing the ocean there, beautiful green emerald looking ocean, which kind of, again, speaks to the heart space and allowing things to flow. So yeah, I'm seeing that this is going to be a beautiful week that can really be supportive in helping us to step back, have faith, and trust in the bigger plan. So continue to watch this video if you would like to hear more about the astrology. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen since I've had some folks tell me that it's actually really helpful. So let me just go ahead and continue to do that. So starting off May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo if that's something that you celebrate. We have Mercury in Aries at 22 degrees, sextile Jupiter in Gemini, 22 degrees. Mercury, the planet of communication, harmoniously aspecting Jupiter, which can be sextile, is a lesser benefic, but still a benefic kind of aspect. And that speaks about openings of opportunities. And we could say yes, or we could say no. And an aspect to Jupiter, which is also the planet of opportunities and abundance and optimism. This could be really a great start for the week. And especially if we are chatting with folks, trying to see what opportunities are available to us, especially in the Aries, Gemini area of life. So if you are, feeling the big ideas are coming in and the big conversations are happening, just flow with it, because this could really open up some opportunities for you that are some really major game changers for the rest of the year. So I'm seeing that we might have some really big ideas, some big conversations that can really be supportive in our growth, which is really, really, really nice. Then quickly we have, or midday, we have the moon shift into Virgo, which could really ground out the ideas that we're chatting about because Mercury is the ruler of Virgo. So this quick transit with the moon can really have some influence on those conversations that we're having and kind of help ground it out, get into the details so that it can actually be manifested in a very efficient and stable kind of way. So the moon shifting into Virgo is really nice and really helps us kind of discern what habits are really supportive with the ideas that we have, the conversations that we have, and so that we can really make some really good moves here. So cleaning up our act, taking inventory of what we do on a day-to-day basis to kind of help get clarity on how we want to move forward with that Mercury and Aries and that unknown territory would really be so that moon would be supportive and all that. So that's what the moon speaks about, basically cleaning up the act and discerning what habits are good and what are not for the next couple of days and a half. So that's piggybacking off of that conversation we have with Mercury and Jupiter. Moving on to May 6th, we have, let's see, Venus in Aries sextile Pluto retrograde and Aquarius. So Venus is also in Aries, right? And sextile Pluto and Aquarius that recently went retrograde. This seems like early off the week we are having these opportunities show up, or just like conversations and connections open up. Yeah, so Venus, relationships, women, beauty, art, creativity, can also be sexuality. Sextile Pluto, which is also a planet that could represent sexuality, but also of extremes and power use and traumas, taboos. This could also really open up and unearth some things around our relationships that could be really some major game changers. So this could be open up opportunities for deep pleasure and connection due to vulnerability that Pluto could bring to the table. There could be a creative outlet that is very cathartic and fulfilling. So if you're looking for an art day, this could be really inspiring, especially with Venus still in conjunct with Neptune. With a tight conjunction with Neptune, this could be a very incredibly creative kind of day. So being a Gemini and Mercury ruled sun, I'm always like, keep a journal close to you because you might get some cool ideas that could really be, just really cool ideas that can really be helpful in opening up doors for you creatively. So it's a very quick transit. So this will happen within that day before, day after, but it's very subtle as well. It could be very subtle with that being a sextile, which is saying opportunities, you can easily say yes or no or miss them, and Pluto being a very subtle planet, that these things, these opportunities, these ideas could be very, very subtle. So you could easily miss them. So just stay aware of that. This is also could be just love of the unconventional. And if you're feeling kind of stuck with, for whatever reason, if you have Saturn here and you're just like, I feel like I'm not getting that manifestation of like creativity and feeling inspired, maybe go to an art gallery and kind of, especially of the darker arts that can spark some ideas or just kind of get that energy flowing, because that Venus sextile Pluto speaks to that kind of dynamic. So that's just to be aware of. Moving on to Thursday, we have May 8th. We have the moon in Libra. And she is, what is she? She's waxing. Yeah. And so this is a good moon to cultivate healthy relationships that honors your values. So spending more time with people that honors what you value, are about what you're about, are definitely contributing to the relationship in a beneficial way. This is a great moon to indulge in that because, yeah, we're having these great relationships. It's just so fulfilling, and with the Libra moon, it's just kind of making sure that we're balancing things out. It's going to make us really have a critical eye on what relationships gives and what relationships take. So being more aware, more sensitive to that is going to be beneficial for the next couple of days with the moon in Libra. All right, moving on to Saturday, May 10th. Kind of jumping around here because things are picking, not every day, but every other day, it seems like. Mercury shifts into Taurus, and it will be there for the next couple of weeks. And so, yeah, with Mercury, planet of communication, expression, money, it can even be of commerce and business. Shifting into Taurus, that the sign that is fixed in Earth, so it's very slow moving Earth, wants to build upon things slowly, make things efficient, make things beautiful. Our conversations could be very productive for the next couple of weeks, especially if they're based on our values and how we want to allow growth to take place in our lives in the Taurus area of life. So there's a lot of conversations around this. And, if there's opportunities that comes up, that could be, if you have Taurus in the ninth house, conversations with your mentors, with your teachers, with people that are a couple of steps ahead of you on the path that you want to be on. These conversations with those folks could be very productive. If Taurus is in your 10th house, that could be of career. So talking with your boss, talking with your person that's in authority in the field that you want to be in or that you are in, those conversations can be very productive and help you shift to the direction that you want to go, that helps you achieve your outward expression in public life. So yeah, thinking about where Taurus is placed in your chart, that is where you're going to have really productive conversations that can really help you make some growth happen. Let's see. Yeah, and conversations can be lovely, pleasurable, and graceful. They don't need to have immediate answers, especially now that we're coming out of Mercury and Aries. Mercury and Aries have that tendency of like just quick answers, quick response, because this is more of like a trial and error kind of area. But now in Taurus, it's more slow pace. You don't need the immediate answers right off the bat. You're just planting seeds and seeing how they develop with time. So my advice is don't expect quick answers back, but take your time, really indulge in your values and imagining what they would look like if you live in alignment with those values. And then the moon shifts is a Scorpio, so it's an opposition to Taurus. And this is a great moon to embrace any growing pains. So you might find that as we're having these conversations, there might be some uncomfortable feelings coming up, and that could, just make you feel vulnerable and exposed. And this is great because this will help you understand what needs healing, what needs to be embraced, what needs to be just put to the light. And this could inform the conversations that you have with your boss or with your mentors or teachers, depending on wherever Taurus and Scorpio is placed. But when you're having these conversations with these people, you might feel a certain way, and you could also bring that to light as well to kind of gear it in a way that is actually supportive for you. So yeah, we're digging into some deep truths here. And lastly, on Sunday, we have Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. We love you. We support you. We're grateful for you. Thank you so much for being you and taking care of our babies. All right, folks. So that's pretty much all that I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's been a quick one. It's not much going on astrologically, but still we need that. We don't want to have always a busy week. So we're very grateful for this to be more of a kind of like opening up to opportunity kind of week. And I also want to give a shout out to my patrons. Thank you again for making this video possible. I appreciate you. Every little bit counts. And yeah, it just means so much to me that you're here. And if you're interested in becoming a patron as well, and learn more about astrology, like what does Mercury sextile Jupiter mean, or any of the other aspects when I just like spew them out and you just don't understand, consider becoming an astro devotee. That is where I am teaching all things that I know about astrology. And you also get a personalized moon tarot reading. So that will go straight to your inbox, your email. And that is available to you if you're interested in astrology and you want regular readings. So yeah, that is there. I appreciate you if that's what you want to do. If not, I'll just see you on the next video. I hope you have a great week and that the stars align in your favor. Bye.